Hey, hey, shh. It's ASMR time. Ah, finally I'm back, my sweet little pet. I am so happy. Oh, but I'm also so sorry I took so long to come back for you. I had unfortunate business outside of the city. I had to meet up with some vampires of high authority, if you will. Hmm? No. I already told you that you are mine, and so you cannot leave. No matter how many times you beg for me to release you, I won't let you go. But I will give you a chance to walk around freely. You need time to let your blood flow. After all, you've been staying here for quite a while, darling. A few weeks, maybe 3. Time flies so fast I can't even tell anymore, since I've been alive for centuries. But other than that, darling, you've been sleeping in a terrible bed with metal springs out the mattress. You've been eating nothing but only little foods, such as peanut butter jelly sandwiches. But tonight, that changes, because I have something special planned for you. Oh, don't misunderstand, darling. I won't harm you in any regard, other than the feeding I have inflicted upon you. I merely have something exhilarating for you to drop the weights upon your shoulders. And by weights, I do mean the stress that weighs upon you, like boulders, to give you a little lift, to feel light, to feel so much better. Oh, you don't trust me? I can't say I blame you. Well, I can't really blame you, as it were. Who would want to believe someone like me? But before I release you out of that chair for you to get your walking privileges, I do have time to talk to you for a little while before we go to the main event. Aren't you a little curious to know about me? Well, I mean, of course you know a little bit about me, but you don't know exactly about the world we live in now, do you? Knowing that me being a vampire is something new for you to learn, isn't it, darling? Aren't you the least bit curious to know a little bit? I'll be happy to answer any curious questions you have. I'm right here. I'm not going anywhere. And so therefore, I shall answer your questions. Come on. Hit me. Oh, that is a good question. question, darling. You want to know what is the vampires of high authority I mentioned? Well, it all has to do with the fact that for years and years, ever since we vampires have, well, come out of the coffin, we basically we found a way to make peace with human governments, to live as equals. But that is something I don't see as an perfect opportunity to live in peace, in my own opinion. But these people, these civilized vampires, are known as the Vampire Authority. You see, they run a sort of religion with a government issue together, along with a human's government. In other words, we vampires don't make an attack on humans, and humans don't make an attack on us. In other words, keeping a peace between us and them. But in secret, we vampires do need to feed on humans, so we go for the ones that are of consent. But of course, most of us vampires are intrigued of the old ways, that we hunt for our prey out in the wild, disobeying the laws of the Vampire Authority. Most of which, we mostly get away with it because the vampire sheriffs don't actually catch us. What's a vampire sheriff, you would say? I can't exactly say what their job is, but I would have to say that they're representative of the Vampire Authority in each state of America. So, whatever they catch among vampires, they report it to the Vampire Authority. Or they report it to the vampire kings and queens. Oh yes, we do have vampire royalties. But some of which, those royalties are run by the Vampire Authority. Oh, you have one more curious question. Be out with it. Oh. Why don't I hypnotize you? Simply put, darling, I like the long run. I think it's been long enough that you've been sitting in there. I can smell the stiffness in your blood around your limbs. Did not any of my employees let you out earlier to give you privileges that you need for nature's call? No, of course not. I'll punish them later. Right now, let's get you up. Don't even think about fighting me. You don't want me to be angry, would you, darling? I didn't think so. Now come along. You're coming upstairs with me. Oh, yes. You're not going to stay here for the night. You're not staying in this basement of darkness. No, 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 no. I have something special for you upstairs. Come now. Come along. Here we are. This is your room. Oh yes, it has some of your favorite luxury items back at your apartment. I thought it would be nice to make you feel at home if you were to stay at my home. However, you will not be able to escape me because you are still mine. Do you understand? Don't think that you have your privileges. The only privilege you have for now is that you'll get to walk in your room for an hour. Because you must learn that this is your place. This will be your new home. And you will be mine forever. Do you understand? Good pet. Now then, I am a little parched, darling. Do you mind if I take a little sip from your arm? Oh, no, 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 no. That was not an actual question. That was me as your master demanding in a question for you to obey. Now give me your arm and do not fight me, darling. Still so sweet since the day we first met. Still so sweet. That should be enough for now. You should consider that a little tease, darling, because soon in the future, there will be another prize for you. Later on, when you finally obey, when you learn to not fight me at all. You will learn obedience by then. Well, get some sleep. But if I see you attempt to escape, you will be punished. Do you understand? I said, do you understand? Good little pet. Now then, I have work to do at the bar. You better behave while you're here. Good night, darling.